Well, I think it's pretty clear. I wanted to take a minute and talk with you about this case analysis assignment, which is due in week 4. I've come over here into the assignments area, Blackboard, and you can see two items here. One is the Turnitin assignment for the case. When you have written your case assignment, you will click this button to submit it, and you will be taken into the Turnitin component of Blackboard. So this is different than the way you've been submitting your chapter exercises, and to help you, there is a video in the how-to videos area that explains exactly how Turnitin works. The key thing to remember with Turnitin is if you have submitted your assignment but you have not received an email from the system giving you a unique ID number for your submission, then you actually have not yet submitted it. And just like as the assignments, I have configured Turnitin to allow you to submit multiple versions. So if you make changes before the deadline, feel free to just come back up in here and resubmit your latest iteration up until the deadline. And after the deadline passes, you will no longer be able to click this link. And I will see the latest, whatever the most recent submission was, whatever the latest submission was that you submitted. As I've indicated in previous communication, this is a new assignment. I do not have any models to show you, but I do have models of case assignments for a different class using different subject matter, and I've supplied those there for you to look at. Here is one example. And this is an example pulled from Blackboard Turnitin in the same way that I see the Turnitin interface. And what that shows me is that all of this text where it's highlighted and you see these numbers is coming from other sources. But Brittany knew that, and so she cited that source properly with a footnote. But just so that you can see, this is part of its plagiarism checking, and wherever there is content that's coming from another source, and it can search the world, that's very clearly identifiable both to you and to me. So when you submit your Turnitin system, if you wait maybe 10 or 15 minutes, you can view this exact same report that I see, just to double check that you have properly cited any sources that you reference. In our class, where we're so heavily focused on research, it's very easy to neglect to cite a source, and I want to be sure that you don't get into any trouble for failing to do that simply by mistake. So I've provided a couple of different models so that you can see different writing styles, but all of them did proper footnoting, all of them identified their sources correctly, and all of them used persuasive arguments to convince the reader of their position. As always, please contact me if you have any questions about this assignment.